Okay, so good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining our webinar today. So hope everyone of you are doing well. So I'm sure Phillip Capital Marketing, and I will be the MC for today. The webinars, if you have any question, to type them into the question box today, and I will address this question during the Q&A session at the end of the webinars. Okay, as usual, I need to emphasize on our risk disclaimer where this presentation has not been reviewed by Securities Commission Malaysia and is provided to you solely for general information and does not constitute any recommendations. We are not liable for any losses arising based on these informations. Investments are subject to investment rate. Therefore, you should seek advice from quality advisory before making any investment decisions. So Phillip Futures is the wholly owned subsidiary of Phillip Capital Holdings Sdn Bhd. It is incorporated in 7 October 1995, and our headquarters is at the KL, and we have branches distributed across Malaysia such as Kota Damansara, Melaka, Penang, Johor, Kuching, Sibu, and Kota Kinabalu. We also have branches at Alor, Klang, and Kuantan. Other than that, Phillip Futures, I would like to take this opportunity to extend our gratitude on behalf of my company, Phillip Capitals, to our clients. So without you, we are unable to achieve the awards. So in 2022, we achieved 2 rewards, which is first, Best Retail Derivative Trading Participant and Best Overall Derivative Trading Participants. So next, for our global coverage, we are covering we have covered around 15 branches and office in all around the world, and for futures, we are not only cover product in Malaysia, we also cover from different exchanges such as Singapore Exchange, CME, CBOT, NYMEX, and more. So with our strength of global coverage, clients are able to trade both local and foreign products under the same platforms. Other than that, Phillip Capital are offering 3 types of product, which is futures, contract for difference, and equities. So why would you choose Phillip? First of all, we are providing the advisory service such as inquiries. Next, we provide a wide variety of products for futures that enable clients to trade both local and foreign products. Other than that, we will send out our latest market news and commentaries to clients every day through email for reference. Lastly, our headquarters have 24 hours brokerage and execution support. This is important for clients who trade foreign futures, and also dealer can assist your inquiry anytime. So no matter you are our client or not, we are offering one-to-one coaching session, free seminars and webinars, and free account openings. For one-to-one coaching session, the key topic that we are focusing are introduction to futures trading, product knowledge, platform coaching, and the charting systems. So we will conduct free seminars and webinars regularly, so you guys can scan the QR code to register for more upcoming events to gain more knowledge. Other than that, we have successfully launched the first futures trading online account opening in Malaysia. You can open a futures, CFD, or securities trading account online with no hassle. If you wish to open an account with us, feel free to visit our website, or you can scan the QR code and it will directly link you to the online account opening form. If you need guidance on online account opening, please do not hesitate to contact us. So now I will pass my slides to our speaker today, which is Benjamin. So Benjamin, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Can you guys hear me? Can you all hear me? Can you all see my screen?
Okay, I have passed it to you.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Can you see my screen? Can you hear me? If you can, type yes in the chat. Okay, before I start, I want to make sure that everybody can hear me, can see me, and can see my slides, all right? If you can, type yes. Okay, I'm not seeing anybody reply. Can I start or not? Shereen, can you hear me? Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can hear you, but I cannot see your screen.
Cannot see my screen. Okay,
Mm.
let me try again. What about now?
Yes, I can see your screen now.
Can see already. Okay, hello Malaysia. It's
Okay.
nice to be here speaking together with you, right? We are here just for one reason, to find out where these opportunities in the US stock market are. Okay, so my name is Ben. I'm from Singapore, Phillip Capital Singapore. My job, right? I'm a dealer in Singapore, meaning that my clients will call in or email in, asking me, "Hey Ben, can you help me take a look at my account? Yeah, I have these shares. What should I do?" Right? I analyze for them, and I share with them my recommendations. They make the decision. So this is what I do in Singapore. All right. Now, as the disclaimer goes, right, this is an educational webinar, not a buy and sell call. So please do not take whatever I'm going to share with you and just buy the stocks I'm going to share with you later on. Can? If this one last thing, okay, I like it to be interactive. Why? Because all of you have just ended work, correct or not? Then you must be feeling a bit tired, low on energy. So let's keep it interactive so that we learn as well and we stay awake. Can? If all is okay for you, type okay in the comments. Not comments, the chat. Okay. Now I also have two screens. So sometimes I'll be looking left and right. It is not that I am watching Netflix on one screen, okay? I have two screens, I'm juggling both sides. Okay. So please do your due diligence. Everything shared here tonight will just be for information. Okay, so I've shared a bit about myself. This is me. This is my wife and our friends. Now, Malaysians, can you tell me where is this photo taken at? Type it in the chat. Can you tell where this place is? Somewhere in Malaysia, right? Okay, this is in Kinabalu. I visited Kinabalu 3 times already, and I quite enjoy it because it's cooling. The scenery is nice, the traffic is good, the food is good. The people also super friendly over there. I've been to Sarawak, I've been to Sabah and a few other parts of Malaysia. I think I went to Sarawak just 2 months ago, and I drove past Phillip Capital without knowing. And I just drove in Kuching, drove. There's a Phillip Capital here. Okay, so this is me. Yes, I'm a Man U fan. If you are, good, we are friends. Okay, so now a bit more about myself. How did I get to start? When did I start trading? When did I look at the US market? It all started in 2015. 2015, I was piqued. I was interested in learning about the stock market. I wanted to invest, I wanted to trade. So naturally, I went to look for my friends and ask them, hey, do you know how to do this? Right? If you don't, oh, thank you so much for your time. If you do, who do you learn from? I want to learn. I want to know more. Can you teach me? Right? So this all started in 2015. What got me started? 2015, right? Things were recovering in the world, but then there was still a lot of suffering, right, from the Lehman Brothers crisis, the housing bubble in the US. Then, but there's one thing that I keep seeing: a lot of sports cars, a lot of luxury items. I was thinking, the economy just started to recover, but a lot of people are still not feeling it, right? Like businesses are still heavily impacted, negatively impacted. But where, how come these people are getting so rich so fast? How is it possible? So I went to ask a couple of them. They said, hey, Ben, you don't know, the stock market, you can go and take a look, right? I made some money there. So that really got me curious, that got me started. And that's when I decided to go and learn. more about the US stock market, more about the stock market itself. All right. But I didn't start off with the US market. Who wants to guess which market I started trading in? Okay. I started trading the Singapore market. Yeah, why? Because I'm familiar with the market. I'm a Singaporean. I live in Singapore. It made sense to me to start off with the Singapore market. However, I faced a few challenges. Right, first, not too many stocks. Singapore only has about 400 or 500 plus stocks, right? Which means that if I want to buy or I want to invest in insurance companies, they're just probably one or two big ones. The rest are very small. If I want to invest in banks, how many banks are listed in Singapore? Just four of them, right? You have DBS, UOB, OCBC, three of them, right? Then how? There's not much choices, right? And in Singapore, when I put my take profit, it takes a long time for the stock to climb to the take profit level. When I set a limit buy, it takes a long time for the stock to reach my price, right? And I felt like, oh my gosh, how come my price doesn't get filled? Right? Sometimes it takes a week, sometimes it takes 2 weeks. It's like, okay, this is interesting, right? And one other thing about Singapore market that I found it that I didn't quite like, it's a lot of them are in a sideways movement. They range, right? Yeah, there'll be some stocks that are trending very nicely, but they are moving very slowly. Then a lot of stocks are coming down, and also a lot of stocks stuck in a range. I was thinking, my goodness, yeah, I can make probably 10-15% from Singapore stocks, but how long will it take me, right? So after trying out in the Singapore market for some time, I finally decided to make the leap to the US market, okay, US stock market. Why? First, there's a wide range of stocks, right? Variety. Second, there's enough liquidity. People were buying and selling all the time, which means that if you put a limit buy, even like 50 cents below or maybe 0.5% below, right, the current market price, there's a high chance that you will get filled on the same day. Okay, and the speed, if you need about 3 or 5 weeks for the Singapore stocks to move 10%, in the US it can take probably 1 or 2 days, right? Sometimes within the same day you already hit 10%, depending on what stock, depending on the market condition. All right, and fourth, US has stocks that are trending most of the time. All right, if Apple is not trending, it's going sideways, look at other things. Look at Tesla, right? If Tesla is going sideways, look at other things, maybe like Microsoft. There's so many stocks in the US stock market also. I think somewhere about 6,000 plus minus, right? That you can take a look at. All right. Now, having introduced myself, having introduced the US stock market, these are the two most important things you need to know about the US stock market right now. All right. The first thing is there is an inverted yield curve. Okay, inverted yield curve. This is very important, and I'll explain it to you later on. Number two, the unemployment rate is very low in the US right now. What does it mean? I will also explain it to you in time to come. Okay, so let's take a look at the first point, inverted yield curve, and what is the significance. Okay, let's wait for it to load. Okay, let me make this bigger so everybody can see easily. Okay, so this chart shows the yield curve, the difference, right, between the 10-year yield and the 2-year yield. This is the neutral line, 0, okay? And when we take a look at this, what do we want to see? Do you notice something? Let me draw it out on the screen. Do you notice something? Every time it goes below, you have a recession. Goes below, after a while, you have a recession. Goes below, you have a recession. Here, again, here, this COVID, right? And now here. Okay, what does this mean? So this is very significant because every time the yield curve inverts, drop below 0, about 1 or 1.5 years later, you experience a recession. This gray area is recession, right? Same thing here. Here is about around January 1989. When did the recession start? July 1990, about 1.5 years later. Okay, now here inverted in July 1998 and in January 2000. When did the recession start? April 2001, about 2 years, 1 plus 2 years. Okay, here January 2006, recession started in January 2008, December 2007, almost 2 years. All right, and here August 2019, the recession started in March 2020, so that is about 7 months. All right, and now when they invert, it inverted in June. Okay, June 2022. From June 2022 to now, it's already 1 year, 2 months. Okay, so this gives us a gauge, that gives us a warning that a recession could be here soon. Now, what happens in a recession? The stock market tends to come down just before recession. Okay. Now, why is this important? This gives you the context of the US stock market. It means that when you are buying stocks now, should you be looking to buy and hold for 3 years? Buy and hold for 10 years? Should you do that? I don't think so, right? Because this is already a warning that stocks should be coming down in the next few months or probably sometime later next year. Okay, why? Because you see, every time 1.5 years later or 2 years later, recession. Okay, same thing here, same thing here, here, here. So this time, let's see. Okay, let's give it a few more months to up to 1 year and see if a recession really comes. See if the stock market, the US stock market starts to come down again. All right. Okay, let me remove all the drawings. Okay, low unemployment rates. Let me share with you the data. Okay, here, let's take a look at the 25 years worth of unemployment rate data. Okay, do you notice something? Just now, okay, I shortened this to 25 years around here. Okay, 25 years, right? So let's see, low unemployment until about 2001, year 2001. Let's see here, year 2001, boom, recession after that. Okay, after 2001, recession, high unemployment. This is about 2006, 2007. Let's say it's 2007, okay? Let's see what happened. 2007, shortly after, boom, recession. Now, recession, high unemployment. Can you see this? Let me draw it out for you. So recession, high unemployment. Recession, high unemployment. Now, here, same thing, right? Remember the yield curve inversion? Here in 2019, right? The yield curve inverted 2019. The recession happened in March 2020. That is when the COVID crash happened. See, what do you notice? You notice that every time you have a very low rate of unemployment, very low, it shoots up. Can you all see this? Are we at a low unemployment rate or high unemployment rate? Or is the unemployment rate coming down or just staying very low? Right? It has been staying very low for probably 1 year. So does that give you confidence? Does that signify, does that indicate to you that the market is doing very well? As of now, it is. As of now, it is. Right? Everybody is employed. Therefore, your unemployment rate is low. But is this a warning that a recession, that the stock market crash is nearly here? Right? It is. It probably is. Right? It didn't fail us for 1, 2, 3 times in the past 25 years. Okay. Okay, so now if you are clear with this, type OK and I'll continue while I drink some water. Okay, huh? Good. So today, I'd like to share with you the STARS framework which you can use on your charts in the US stock market. Okay, you can also apply this to the Bursa, right, to the Malaysia stock market. What is STARS? STARS is the acronym for support and resistance, trend lines, ATR indicator, RSI indicator, and sentiment of the market. Okay, this STARS framework is developed by my team and it has been shared to many people, thousands of traders and investors across Singapore, Malaysia, and even in Brunei. Okay, so without further ado, let me share with you a few stocks that I have in mind, which I think that you can benefit from. Okay, and of course, I'll also share with you how you can apply this STARS framework. I'll naturally show you how I draw my support and resistance lines, my trend lines, how I use the ATR indicator to determine a good stop loss level, how I use the RSI indicator, and how you can use it, and how you can read the market sentiment. All right, so first up, I like to take a look at the overall market, overall US market. Okay, this is the S&P E-mini futures chart. Okay, a lot of people, they use the SPY. A lot of them, they like to use SPY. Okay, but I like to use the futures. Why? Because futures move almost 24 hours, 5 days a week. All right, it means that when you are sleeping, it is moving. When you are awake, it is also moving. When you are working, it is also moving. Okay, it gives you a lot of price data that will help you make your decision easier. Okay, so by looking at the US market, you can tell this is a very strong uptrend. Let me show you here. Right, you can tell that this is a very strong and powerful uptrend. There's no doubt about it. Okay, so what I've done is I've gone to draw the support and resistance zones. Okay, next I drew the trend lines. So I've already done the first two parts for you, S and T. Let me type it down for you. The STARS framework. make them bigger. Okay, so this is the STARS framework, and I've already done the first two parts for you. Now, just like I mentioned, the ATR indicator is used to set a stop loss level, and I'll demonstrate it later on another stock. All right, the RSI indicator tells you the bullishness, the bullish momentum of that stock. Okay, and sentiment, how do you read it? I'll also share with you on another stock. So far, so good. Okay, so this is the first step that we need to do before we jump into analyzing any single stock. We need to look at the overall US stock market, and I choose to look at the S&P E-minis futures. Okay, so with all this said and done, let me share the first stock I have in mind. ARKQ. Okay, so as I was preparing for tonight, yesterday I went to look at a lot of stocks, a lot of US stocks, and I've sieved these few out. I've sieved out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them to share with you guys. But if time doesn't permit, then I can only share probably 3, and the other 3 I'll do a write-up for you guys. I think the Phillip Capital Malaysia site will share with you how you can get this write-up. Okay, so stay tuned with me, stay with me all the way to the end to find out from Phillip Capital Malaysia how you can get these bonus stocks, how you can get this write-up. Okay. So let me see if I can copy and paste from here. Oh, okay, I can. Okay, so the first counter I'm going to share with you is ARKQ. All right, ARKQ. Now, what does ARKQ do? It's the ETF for autonomous technology and robotics. Okay, it's an ARK ETF. Okay, if you know, ARK CEO is Katie Woods, and she's quite big on technology. Right, therefore this ARKQ ticker symbol ETF. Okay, so the very first step is to draw the support and resistance zones. Now I say zones because these are not fixed price levels. These are zones, that means it can be plus minus few cents or even maybe up to probably 0.5% thereabouts. Okay, agak-agak. Okay, so let me start from the bottom. I roughly see one here. When you draw your support and resistance zones, you want to make sure that it touches as many price areas as possible. By this, let me draw out what I mean. Okay. Do you see that when I draw it here, it touches the price here? Here nearly. Okay. What I can do is, if you are unsure, you can just shift your line, right? If you shift it down here, how many times does it touch? Let me change different color and you tell me. Okay, 1, here nearly, let's give it to it, here and here. So which one has more touch points, the blue or the pink? The blue or the pink? Blue one, right? So you naturally want to bring it up. Okay. Okay, so far all okay. Now there's no way I want to stop at. I want to draw more. Okay, so let me shift this up here. Okay, notice that I'm looking from the left to the right, because if I look from the right to the left, then it is curve fitting lah. If I move from the left to the right, I'm looking at it objectively. Okay, so let me move this line further up. somewhere here, maybe. Yeah, maybe somewhere here. This one maybe somewhere here, and probably one more somewhere here. Okay, now next, can we identify a trend? So ARKQ, can you tell that it has been on a downtrend for a very long time? Here, let me draw it out for you. This is a very clear downtrend. So in a downtrend, is it a good idea to buy? Is it a good idea to buy stocks? Well, for some people it is, but for me, I don't like. I don't like. Why? Because when I buy something, I want the price to go up, then I can make money, right? If I buy something and the price keeps dropping, how can I make money? More difficult, more difficult. Okay, so we must always know how to identify the trend. So in a downtrend time like that, I will stay away from buying. All right, I will look for opportunities to short. And to short, it is advisable to use CFD. How can you use CFD? What is CFD? Are you eligible to use CFD? Talk to Phillip Capital Malaysia. Okay, because every country has its own difference, has its own sets of rules and regulations pertaining to CFD. Okay, talk to them. They are licensed, they are able to answer you. Okay, now the downtrend has ended. Can you see an uptrend here? Let me draw it out. Can you see an uptrend here? So there's a trend now. I can draw my trend lines. Okay, so let's draw the trend lines. Let's draw it together. To do that, let me remove all these drawings. Okay, I select my trend line tool. I draw. Okay, I'm looking from the left to the right. Okay, from the left to the right. Then let me clone this. Does it look good? Does the trend line look good? I think it does. So about 95% or 98% of the time, right, the price of ARKQ is within these two trend lines. Can you see? Within these two trend lines. Quite nice. And now ARKQ prices has just bounced above this trend line. So then you'll be thinking, why do I need to draw a trend line? Right? What's the purpose of having trend lines on my chart? First, trend line tells you the angle, the speed of ascent. Okay, so is this angle, this speed of ascent reasonable? You must ask yourself. Okay, this one is probably about 20 something to 30%. No, sorry, 20 something degrees to 30 degrees. It is acceptable for me. For certain stocks, you'll see, wow, 70 degrees, 80 degrees trend line. That is too steep, way too steep. All right. Second thing, the trend line can tell you. The trend line can tell you where prices are likely to turn. Okay, either ke belakang or go up, U-turn. Okay, this also means that trend lines are actually diagonal support and resistance zones. Okay, clear so far? So you can use free and simple tools, right, like support and resistance and trend lines to help you. Next, the ATR indicator. This is the ATR indicator. I'm going to write it out. Okay, this is ATR indicator. All right. I'll use it as a stop loss tool, and I'll show it to you later. Okay, let me erase. Make this slightly bigger. Okay, I'm going to write it down again. Sorry. Okay, this is ATR. This is the RSI. Okay, so I'll not share about the ATR indicator now. I'll keep it for at the end of this stock, after I've shared more about this stock. Okay, next let's move on to the RSI. The RSI, as what I've mentioned earlier on, tells you the bullish momentum, right? Whether there is bullish momentum returning or it is losing bullish momentum. Okay, so I'll remove everything now. What you need to know about the RSI indicator, just a few things only. Okay, can you see this space here? This is where the RSI is more than or equals to 70. Okay, do you see the space here? This is where the RSI is less than or equals to 30. Why is this very important? Why is this so important? This is where the stock is overbought, and this is where the stock is oversold. Okay, overbought means it's overheated already. People keep buying and buying and buying. The momentum is very high, but can it be sustained? That's the first question you must ask yourself. Okay, for example, you drive a car. Almost everybody in Malaysia drives a car, unless you're underage, right? Or you ride a motorbike, or you drive a van. Okay, now let's say you drive a Ferrari. The top speed of your Ferrari is 300 kilometers per hour. Okay, 300 kilometers per hour. Then you say, hey Ben, you are from Singapore, right? I meet you at Johor CIQ. Okay, I drive you to KL. We go have a good, fabulous supper. I say, okay, can I meet you at Johor CIQ. I want to sit in your Ferrari. Okay, and you drive me North South Highway. You are driving at 290 kilometers per hour. Now your maximum speed is 300. You are already at 290. Do you think you can exceed at 300? Maybe for a short while, right? Not sustainable, right? Only can exceed for that short while. But can you actually slow down to 200 km per hour? Yeah, you can. Can you drive at 200 km per hour for maybe half an hour? Yeah, totally no problem. I mean, besides getting fined by the police, right? Imagine no traffic police, no traffic camera, nobody auto you. Okay, you can drive at 200 km per hour, no consequences. Yeah, your car can do that, no problem at all. Now, can your car drive very slowly all the time? That means maybe 30 kilometers per hour for half an hour. I think cannot. Sports cars are designed to drive at high speeds for a longer duration. If you drive at low speeds for a long duration, a lot of things may spoil. Okay, so using this analogy, if the stock is very strong, right? Can it get stronger? Harder. The chance of it getting stronger or maintaining its strength is lesser. It's very little. Okay. Now, when the stock is very weak, right? Somewhere here, when the RSI is very weak, somewhere here, right? Can it get weaker? Can the price continue to drop? Maybe a bit more, but not for a long time. Maybe. Okay. Because the stock market can always bring you surprises. Okay. Now, so that's for the RSI. Then let's look at the market sentiment. For market sentiment, right, it's very easy. So in this uptrend here, are there more green candles or red candles? What do you think? Are there more green candles or red candles? Quite even, right? Here a lot of green, here half, maybe a bit more red, then a lot of green, a bit of red, a bit of green. Here, wow, many of red. So it's pretty okay lah. Half is still okay. Overall, Are the green candles bigger in size, taller, or are the red candles bigger in size overall? I think the green ones, more of them are bigger and they are generally larger in size. Okay, so this tells you that this is bullish. Okay, this is bullish. And so far okay. If all is okay, type okay. Then I will move on to the ATR indicator. Okay, okay. I see a few questions. Let me see if I can answer them. Okay, what time frame do I use for ATR and RSI? You can use the daily. You can also use the weekly. Okay, daily and weekly, no problem. So if I switch to the weekly chart, right, what you'll see is that the figures will change. Can you see the figure here? The figure here now it's okay. On the weekly chart, this is 2.81 and the RSI is 52. So I switch it back to the daily. The value here is 1.14 and 38 something. Okay, so it works. You just need to understand what are the things that you should be looking for. Then when you apply it to the weekly chart, it's the same thing. Same principles. Same principle applies. Is that okay for you, Lily? Can I? Okay, why did I choose to leave the ATR indicator right to the last part? It's because it is only necessary when you are entering the stock. Okay, when you're entering the stock. So for ARKQ, this is my opinion. It could continue to come down, probably come out a bit before going up. Okay, so this could take probably 2 weeks, 3 weeks. That's the time frame that I'm looking at. Okay, so if you say, oh Ben, what about 5 months from now? Wow, that one I don't know. I don't know. Okay, maybe 2-3 weeks we can roughly guess where it is likely to go. Okay, where it is likely to go, I never say confirm go. Okay, where it is likely to go. Then you may want to enter here. Once it enters back into the above the trend line. Okay, so let's say not today, the price has gone back into the trend line at $52. All right, let me write it down, or let me circle it up. Okay, you enter here, enter here. The price is $52 US dollars lah, 52 US dollars. Now, how do you use the ATR to set a stop loss? What I'll do is I'll look at the value of the ATR indicator. The value of the ATR indicator can be seen here on the right. Just now I use my cursor right here, 1.14. Now if I just use this amount and I subtract from 52, where is my stop loss? My stop loss is going to be at about 49.80 something, right? Somewhere here, 49.80 something. But do I want it? No, not 49, sorry. 50.80 something. Do I want it to put it so near? I don't think so. Why? Because you see, there's a chance for the stock to come low, come out, go back in, and come out again. What if it comes out, go back in? Not like that. Okay, let me remove this. What if it comes? Okay. What if it does this? Come out, go back in, come out again before it goes up. Then I'm out of this trade already when I could have made money maybe a few days later. Do you see this? Then you'll be feeling, wow, very painful. Wow, kick sim, right? I got it correct. I got the direction correct. But wow, I got kicked out so fast before I can make money. Do you see this? If you can see this, type yes. Let me drink some water first. Okay, I see some questions. Hold your questions first. Let me complete my sharing about the ATR indicator first. Now, therefore, I don't want to use 1 times the value of ATR. I want to use at least 2.5 or 3 times the ATR. Okay, because my maths very bad. My maths thorough one. I'm going to use 3 times. Easier for me to count. Okay, 3 times is about $3.60 away from my $52 entry price. Okay, so $3.60 away is about 48.40, somewhere here. Okay, somewhere here. So it's still very safe. I'm not scared. If the price comes down, I'm still inside the trade, right? If it continues to, if it reverses and goes back up, good. I make from 52 to 54 plus, I make about $2 plus US dollars. Right? Not bad, right? No, better than down here I lose money. Then down here I don't even get to make money. Okay? If you are a bit more conservative, you don't like to put so far away, then you put 2.5 times 1.14. So that is about 2.7. So 52 minus 2.7, that is about 49.90. 49.30. Where's 49.30? 49.30, somewhere here. Can also, mah. Okay. So this is how you can use the ATR indicator powerfully. Right? This is how you can set a stop loss by giving it a safe distance, a buffer away from temporary adverse price movement. Okay? If this is clear, type OK. Can I? Now, you'll be thinking, must put stop loss or not? If I don't put, can or not? Can don't put. You drive, can don't put seatbelt or not? Can. But when you gonna caught by the police, then you face the consequence. So in trading, can you don't put a stop loss? Can. But if the price comes down until here and continue to come down, I withdraw this. I remove all the drawings. Wait. Let me remove this arrow also. It come down, then you enter it, right? When it comes down, and continues to come down, and continues to come down. Will you have the discipline to sell? I don't know, but for me, I may not have the discipline to sell automatically if I don't put a stop loss. If I never put stop loss here, I may not be able to sell. Humans, right? We all have emotions. We all have that sense of hope. Sometimes it's false hope, right? There are people who always say, right, 你在发呆、发梦、做梦. You sleeping and you dreaming. Wait long. Very hard to do one as humans, right? If you have experienced this before, type me in the chat. Okay, you told yourself, I will sell at $49. Then you go and take a look at the stock price. $44 already. You got sell or not? Never sell. Then now you can take a look at stock. $35 eh. Base. Don't sell, just keep and see how it goes. Right? That is false hope. That is that is fat hope, fat hope. Okay, so it's always advisable to have a stop loss. A stop loss will protect your trading capital and help you to reallocate it to another potential stock. Right? So if ARKQ didn't go according to plan, does it mean that Tesla will not go according to plan? Scully can, right? Then you're thinking, but Ben, I already put in all my money to ARKQ. I don't have money left for Tesla. Then you see Tesla fly up by 100%. Then you see ARKQ drop by 50%. Wow, how will you feel? Wow, very heartbroken. Okay, so let me take a look at the question of Wing Kok Wong. Hi Ben, looking at this trend line on S&P 500, can I say that it is definitely not a good time to start shorting DJI? Okay, DJI, then you take a look at the chart of DJI. Okay, let's take a look at DJI. Same thing, let's take a look at the futures. Futures, DJI. Wow, what's the futures? Okay, never mind. I can't find the futures here. Let's just see this. Usually, I don't take a look at DJI one. You know why? Because DJI only has they are only the top 30 biggest companies that make up the DJI. Okay, for S&P 500, can you guess how many stocks are there? Right, I think about 505. 505. So 30 versus 505, which is a better representation of the US stock market. Right, and you see the value of DJI. The value of DJI is about 34,000, about 34,300 USD. US dollars. Or S&P 500. S&P 500, 400 plus. Okay, so this is SPY. Can Wing Kong Wong. Uptrend, try not to short. Downtrend, then you look for downtrend ideas, stocks that are trending lower to short. Okay, it's like when you swim in a river, you don't want to swim against the current. Wow, very hard to swim. Cannot even reach your destination. You want to swim where the current is bringing you to. Easy, right? Sekali you swim half the day. I still in the same place. Never move anywhere. So like how to make money, I also don't know. Okay, let's take a look at Tan BL's question. Hi, are we able to plot X number of ATR superimposed on the price chart to save hassle of calculation? Thank you. By the way, my sound is breaking. Okay, I'm so sorry. Okay, can you plot that? I believe there are indicators you can search here. Right, then you type in ATR, you go and see other people's one. Let's say this. No, not this guy. Yeah, so you go and search, but I don't know how they really calculate it. So I don't know if it's true. And what is this red color thing? What does it mean? Right? You got to be very clear. So for me, if I'm not clear, I will use this. This is the clearest thing ever. Okay. Anyway, you don't want to calculate. Very simple, just use calculator. Very simple one. Won't take you 5 minutes. Okay. For accuracy, spend a bit more time. Better. No regrets. Okay, so that was for ARKQ. If all is okay, everything is good, type ARKQ in the chat. ARKQ to help yourself remember. ARKQ. Can I still got a few stocks to share with you, but I only have 5 minutes left. So I want to ask you for permission. Can I have an extra 10 more minutes? That means let's end this at 8:40. Is this okay? If this is okay, type okay. If not okay, then I don't share already. Okay, perfect, perfect. Now the second stock is a banking stock. Okay, JP Morgan. JP Morgan. Okay, see, I already know that I'm going to overrun. I stand by already. I drew the trend lines for you already. Okay, so stars framework. ARK2. Let me go back there and copy the stars framework. Where are you? Okay, copy over to JPM. Okay, so let's apply the stars framework, right? Support and resistance. Come, let's draw them together. Okay, I see one from the, again, I'm looking from the left to my right, okay? So I draw one somewhere here, another one somewhere here, another one somewhere here, somewhere here, top one somewhere here. Okay. For the lower one, right? Okay, let's draw one more. Maybe somewhere here. Okay, from the left to the right. What do you notice? After drawing the trend lines, after drawing the support and resistance, can you tell that it's in an uptrend? Only recent month it has been dropping, but overall still in a very strong uptrend. Okay. Now the RSI is quite low, right? Meaning that not much bullish momentum, but it should pick up soon. It should increase. Okay, and when the price turns, and this turns, that's a good sign. But if the price never move, okay, like here, it is still a good sign. You see, here the price go up, come down, right? But the RSI here go up, right? This is a very good sign. It means that although the price is dropping, momentum is picking up. Okay, price is dropping, momentum is picking up. This is a good sign. Type good if you can see this. Good. Let me show you a not good sign. Okay, when the price moving up a bit or moving up, but the RSI dropping, can you see? If you can see this, type no good, no good. Wait, no good, okay. So when the price continues to, if the price continues to drop, if continues to drop until somewhere here and bounce up, and you see the RSI continues to drop before going up, good or no good? Can you tell me? Good, right? Yeah, this is what we want to see. Okay, this is good. So if the price continues to drop with the overall S&P 500, okay, RSI also come down, then later go up, it's a very good thing. And you see, it is not in the oversold territory. Can you see the figure? I'm going to mark it out. Can you see the figure here? It's 34 point something. It is not here yet. Okay, not in the less than or equals to 30 oversold region. Not yet. Okay, so there is a chance for its price to continue coming down. Okay, then once it's inside, it may hang out there. See, and you hang out there for a while before going back up. Okay, so when I share this JP Morgan stock with you, I'm not saying that it is ready. What I'm saying is you can keep a close eye on it, right? You are now prepared, correct? You are now prepared because you know that there is a potential trading opportunity coming your way, right? And after coming down, it can go up for probably 1-2 weeks, right? And you can probably look to take profit at about 147 if this happens. Clear? If this is clear, type clear in the chat. Then I move on to the next component. Clear? Okay, so let's say it really comes down all the way, right here, the trend line here near the area, and it bounces up. Where would you want to consider buying it at a bounce now? Right, so let's say it bounces up to about 141. Let's say 141, you enter at 141. Okay, let me write it down. Let's say it bounced up at 141 and you went long, you went to buy. Okay, your take profit can be about 147 here, this resistance area. If not, then maybe about 150 here because it's near the trend line. Okay, now how many multiples of the ATR will take? This is the ATR indicator now is 2.57. How many times? Will you take 1 time or will you take 3 times? Type it in the chat for me so I know. Will you take 1 times this ATR indicator to put your stop loss, or will you take 3 times this ATR indicator to use it as your stop loss? 1 or 3? Lily says 3. Kiki also says 3. Yeah, for me personally, I will use 3 also. Okay, so very quickly, 2.5 times 3 is about 7.5, 7.5. So at 144 minus 7.5, that is 136 something. Okay, so 136 something. Let me mark it out here. 136 something lah. Yeah. Okay, here. So if my stop loss is here, my take profit is here. Okay, what? Can you see this? Can? Now this is if I were to buy. I haven't finished everything, right? I haven't finished analyzing it. Right? Sentiment. Can you see in this uptrend, more green or more red candles? More green, right? Unless I see wrongly. Now, are the green candles larger or are the red candles larger? Which one larger? I think mix. Mix. Right? You see this green candle very big, but you see this red candle also very big. And you see, wow, one for every big green candle, there's a big red candle. So mix. But overall, still bullish. Okay, so does it pass the stars framework? Yes or no? Can you apply? Does this stock JP Morgan does it pass the stars framework? If yes, type yes. If you don't know, type don't know. If you say no, you need to watch the recording. Okay, yes, right? It passes, right? Because you see, I went to filter so many stocks for you just to share the ones that I find that have potential according to this framework. Okay, so yes, and I have four more stocks to share with you, but because time is running out, I will have to respect your time. I have to respect Phillip Capital's Malaysia's time. Okay, Phillip Capital Malaysia will be sending you the write-up. I will do the write-up for these 4 stocks. I will send it to them. They will send it to you. But I think they will share more details with you on how you can get this write-up. Okay, so thank you so much, Malaysia. It is such an enjoyable time here for me to share my ideas with you, to share why you should consider the US stock market, to share with you my journey, right? Why I stopped, or rather why I reduced trading and investing in the Singapore market, but I increased, right? I went into the US stock market and I enjoy it a lot right now. All right. So thank you very much for being such a nice audience, for asking me questions, for being patient. Okay. So with that, thank you very much, guys. Phillip Capital Malaysia, please take over. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you, Benjamin, for the sharing. So for this section, we will send this recording section to all the attendees. And so we have to end our webinar for today. So thank you everyone for joining this webinar and good night, everyone.